Hej all, välkommen tillbaka, tack och sist. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Those of you that subscribe, comment, like, share, sincerely, I really appreciate it. Coming from my hotel room again. On the road for about just a little under a week now. We got a big Labor Day camping trip coming up with a lot of friends. So I'm going to be flying home. My son just got me a ticket. He works for an airline and he can get me tickets really cheap, which is really cool. Save me that long drive home. So, news of the day, Dolly Parton. I am not a celebrity honk. I don't think about celebrities. I don't worship celebrities. I don't buy the Inquirer and People magazine. I've just never been into that. I mean, there are like movie stars and singers that I like and I think are cool, and if I ran into them, it'd be cool. I think it'd be fun. I have run into a few in my life, being on the road as much as I am, but they're just people. I mean, I certainly don't look to Hollywood for my opinions. It cracks me up when I see, well, I don't watch the Oscars or the Emmys or anything like that. I used to watch some of that years ago, but now there are a bunch of self-righteous people preaching to you and telling us what we should think, and if we don't think the way they do, then we're wrong. And so many of them are hypocrites, and I mean, just covering up all kinds of crap in Hollywood. Which brings me to my point. Dolly Parton was something different. I mean, I've been around a long time, many, many decades. I don't consider myself old, but I'm certainly not young. And I have never seen anything like what's going on now. I remember when Michael Jackson died. I think that was 2009, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, Farrah Fawcett died on the same day. And I felt so bad for her because she was just completely overlooked because Michael Jackson died. But when Michael Jackson died, there were millions and millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people mourning his death. But there were a lot of people that, you know, all the rumors about Michael Jackson, and I'm not going to get into them because I have no idea. I love Michael Jackson's music. I like him as an artist. I don't know anything about about him as a human being. So I won't even pretend to know. But my point is, when he died, there were lots of people that were mourning him, and there were lots of people that were thinking, oh good, he's gone. And there have been lots of big celebrities. Betty White, when she died, you know, big star. John Wayne, you know, over the years, there's been tons of big celebrities. I'm actually watching a Dolly Parton documentary right now. It's amazing how fast they put that out. My point is, I have not heard one negative thing about Dolly Parton. From all sides, from people like Eminem to Tim McGraw to Barack Obama to Bill Clinton to George Bush. I mean, I don't know that all those people have said stuff, but it's that kind of variety. It doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. It doesn't matter your religious view. Everybody loved Dolly Parton. You know, I was watching this, well, I am watching this documentary, and Pink was talking about her. Miley Cyrus, who I guess is her goddaughter. Motley Crue put out a statement. Kiss, like I said, Eminem, which apparently Dolly Parton wrote Eminem. I heard it read on the radio today. A note that was just amazing. I mean, I'm not some huge Dolly Parton fan. I like her music fine. Islands in the Stream is one of my favorite songs ever. Written by the Bee Gees, by the way. I'm a huge Bee Gees fan. But she just seemed like just a good person. And I've been watching this documentary from young age, and she's so unassuming. She's a giant star, maybe one of the biggest stars in history. But from everything I'm hearing, reading, she treated everybody with kindness. She never got into politics. I'm sure she has political views, and I could probably guess at what way she leans. She never pushed her religious views. I think she's probably Christian. In fact, I'm almost positive she is. But she didn't push that on people. She didn't make anybody feel bad. It's a lot of this is the way it was. I mean, not like 40 years ago was perfection or 50 years ago was perfection, but we didn't talk politics. We didn't care who somebody voted for. And she was so good at just staying away from that. And she didn't do it by saying, I'm not going to. She just was so skilled at sliding by a question. If it was something she knew was going to be controversial, because she knew she had fans that covered all spectrums, all political spectrums, all religious spectrums, all racial, cultural. People all over the world loved Dolly Parton. And it makes me wonder, why aren't more people like that, specifically celebrities, who, are counting on the public liking them to go to their movies or go to their concerts? I know, like, for instance, I'm a gigantic Bruce Springsteen fan. I love Bruce Springsteen's music. I will never go to one of his concerts. And it's not even because of the way he leans politically. I don't give a crap which way. I don't want to go hear a political talk. And every concert that he does now, he goes on a spiel for anywhere from a half hour to an hour about politics and how much he hates one side. I don't care that he hates one side. You get to. I'm not at a concert to hear your political views. I'm here to listen to your music. So even though I'm a gigantic Bruce Springsteen fan, I will never go to one of his concerts. Bono, U2. I freaking love U2. One of my favorite bands ever. I'm not going to go. And he's a good dude. He does so much humanitarian work. That's not why I'm there. I am not there to hear you tell me what I should do or how I should believe or who I should vote for, any of that. I don't care. I'm here. It's like if I went to a Mission Impossible movie, big Tom Cruise fan, or say Legends of the Fall with Brad Pitt, big Brad Pitt fan. If I went to their movie and in the middle of the movie, all of a sudden a 20-minute political commercial came on, I'd be gone, and I would never go to one again. I do not understand it. I don't get alienating half the people in the country, no matter what side you're on. And she never did that. She just came across as a good-hearted. So my wife just said, I was just texting back and forth with my wife, and I had heard that Dolly had done a video just a few days ago. And I said, I've been looking for it. I can't find it. And she sent it to me. She looks freaking amazing. It's literally 5 days before she died. She's all dolled up like she always is. She sounds fantastic. She looks fantastic. I don't know if she was in a lot of pain during that video. But it's just so quintessential Dolly Parton. And this is not about, like I said, being a Dolly Parton fan. I'm aware of Dolly Parton. I've never been to a concert. I probably would never go to Dollywood. It's the whole phenomenon that surrounds her. I was listening to my favorite podcast today. It's a podcast that, they lean a little bit political, but they talk about social issues and cultural and entertainment. They get into a little bit of everything. And they have never, ever, in the 15 years I've been listening to them, gotten into celebrity deaths. They'll mention Bonnie Tyler died a couple months ago, and they mentioned total eclipse of the heart, but it's like a blip. They spent about an hour and a half of the 4 hours talking about Dolly Parton. It's, Jane Fonda is on the screen right now. I would almost guarantee, and I don't know this, but I definitely believe that Jane Fonda and Dolly Parton are not politically simpatico. I just can't imagine they are. Jane Fonda is very far one way. I cannot see it. But they're amazingly good friends. Jane Fonda is just glowing when she speaks about Dolly Parton. I guess my point of this video is, I wish there were more people in the public eye that were like her, because she's just a beautiful person. She gave tens of millions of dollars to charity, and she did it. Who was it I was just listening to? I wish I could come up with the name. Not Oprah Winfrey. I wish I could come up with the name, but she talked about how she would give tens of millions of dollars to poor minority neighborhoods for literacy, and never wanted her name attached. She just wanted to give it because she wanted to give it, because she sincerely wanted to help all people. And boy, that's something the world could use a lot more of. I'm actually gaining a brand new appreciation for her. I mean, she always came across cool to me, friendly, fun, nice, self-deprecating. She would make fun of her wigs and her giant you-know-whats. And I heard a Johnny Carson clip today. I can't say it, but look it up. It's pretty freaking funny, because she is just, oh man, sorry. Just a cool, genuine person. And I just thought, I want to put this out there, because I want more people like this in the public eye. I am so tired of the divisiveness of celebrities trying to push their propaganda, their political point of view, their religious point of views, their cultural point of view on people. She never did. She might be the most beloved celebrity in history on her passing. Muhammad Ali, that was huge when he passed. Muhammad Ali was a good dude who did a lot of great things, but he had some pretty serious flaws. People overlooked him because he was just a good guy. My dad freaking loved Muhammad Ali. Oh my hell. I did. I'm not perfect. I am not going to cast the first stone. There's so many huge celebrities that when they pass, all the crap comes out. I think it's next year. The Martin Luther King Jr. tapes are going to be released because of the statute of limitations, is not the right word. There's a certain amount of time after somebody's death, and then everything becomes public. And it's going to kind of suck, because I'm well aware of some of the proclivities that Martin Luther King Jr. had and some of the faults he had. But that, for me, does not overshadow the amazing impact he had on America, the world. And I hope when that happens, that doesn't stain his legacy forever. I really do. Some things should be left between family members. None of my business. But again, I haven't heard a peep, not one negative thing about Dolly Parton. And it's just cool. I have a brand new found respect for her. I mean, I was always, I guess, kind of a background fan. Like I said, Islands of the Stream, love it. Jolene, amazing song. I Will Always Love You, her version, Whitney Houston's amazing version. Just an incredible talent, but so humble. Why can't more people in the limelight adopt that? Of course, if you're fake about it, everybody can see fake. She wasn't, I mean, she had fake things, but she was not fake. And she would just talk about it. She talked about, you know, when she went into town when she was a little girl and she saw this woman with long fingernails and her hair all done up and short skirts. And her mom was like, oh, she's just trash. And Dolly's like, that's who I want to be. And I don't know. I've become overnight a huge Dolly Parton fan. And I'm hoping that some of the people that are in the limelight, that are out there, that people see all the time, maybe adopt some of that. I see too much, you know, the late night talk shows where they just decide, I'm going one side of the political spectrum and the other half of you can F off. I don't even care. I don't want you. It wasn't like that. Johnny Carson, Walter Cronkite, they had political views. They didn't push it on people. I have political views. I certainly hope I don't ever push it on anybody, because I don't care how you vote or how you worship. I say it all the time. If you treat people right, be you. I will respect you. I don't care if you vote different than me, if you believe differently than me. If you're good to people, to animals, to the community, to the world, to the environment, to all of it, then hey, I dig you. I don't care. So anyway, I wanted to just do, it's not that quick a video. This is going to be shorter than that, but I'm going to get back to the documentary. I hope y'all are having a beautiful night. Today was a rough day at work. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And so I was really excited to just get back, take a shower, unwind. And in fact, I wasn't even planning on watching this. It said How I Met Your Mother, and I clicked on it, and it was the Dolly Parton documentary. So I'm going to get back to that, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for sharing and subscribing. I dig you all. Tack för denna gång, men snackas igen snart. Peace. Love.